The G-5 TKA-106 is a Russian battle rating 1.3 gift vehicle that could only be obtained from the Victory Day event. It's a very powerful low-tier vehicle, uniquely carrying a rack of rockets and boasting incredibly high mobility. For a bit of history, the G-5 class motor gunboat was built by the USSR from 1933 to 1941. Around 300 were built, and they served in the Soviet, Spanish, Finnish, and Korean navies. The G-5 TKA-106 in-game is a Series 11 variant, which has an improved engine and armament over the previous versions. The G-5 TKA gets two 12.7mm Dishka heavy machine guns as its primary armament. One is mounted at the front of the ship, and the other is mounted at the rear, giving both pretty great firing arcs. These machine guns are excellent for the G-5 TKA's VR, giving it way more damage output than many of the vehicles it faces. The Dishka also serves as the only proper defense against aircraft that the G-5 TKA has, though luckily they can destroy most planes with a single good hit. The Dishka gets 3 belts: Default, HE, and AP. I'd recommend using the HE belts in almost all circumstances, as in my testing it deals the most damage against both ships and aircraft. It's worth bringing a few belts of AP though, just in case you meet a heavily armored target and need it to punch through. The secondary weapon is a rack of 24 M8 rockets, with 1 reload. The M8 rocket deals quite a lot of damage with a direct hit, though it can struggle to land those hits due to being a very slow projectile. I'd recommend taking the M8 rockets and trying to use them against clusters of enemy ships or large targets, though don't expect it to be particularly accurate against either. The survivability of the G-5 TKA is pretty poor, with only 6 crew and no armor. I'd recommend bow tanking in it, angling just enough to get the back gun on target, though even this won't make it survive very much damage. Luckily, the G-5 TKA's mobility more than makes up for its low survivability. With a top speed of 102 km per hour, along with incredible turning, acceleration, and deceleration, the mobility of the G-5 TKA is debatably the best in all of War Thunder. The playstyle of the G-5 TKA is to flank around the enemy team, leveraging the ship's high mobility and firepower to kill enemies before they can properly respond. You can also play with a sort of brawling playstyle, going straight into the enemy team and killing them before they can fight back, though taking any amount of return fire will quickly put an end to that. For modifications, the G-5 TKA comes with everything unlocked, along with a talisman. It's surprisingly good for researching low-tier Soviet vessels, and even for grinding SL. For crew skills, I'd recommend leadership, fire prevention, and ship control. This ship is currently unavailable as it was only available to receive during the Victory Day event, but if you do have it, it's certainly a fun one to play and grind with. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more naval content.